Crowd of boys, peace. What's good with you boys out there? Come to talk to you boys today about semen retention and give y'all boys another woman attraction story time. And once again, I don't like to glorify or come with too much content about the woman attraction stories. I just like to share these experiences because one, it makes for good content every now and then. Sometimes, we need a little bit of that entertainment, to hear some of our experiences. I come to this channel with my experiences or what I go through every now and then. Once again, I don't like to harp too much on the women attraction because the shit happens, almost every day for me. You know what I mean? Especially, going to work, going to the stores and stuff like that. I'm always active. I'm always out. So I always, catch people staring and women staring. I always, get different vibes and stuff like that. But it's so common for me at this point that, I don't really harp on it too much. But, every now and then I like to come, for the entertainment purposes. Once again, it seems like, I get more views on the content that has to deal with the women attraction. And I always say, man, I don't really care about, getting the views or, getting the attention like that and running the numbers up. I'm more so concerned about who the content is reaching, how it's helping people. You boys reach out always in the content. And, some guys say, your content has been holding me down on my journey. I've been a great help. And I commend you boys for actually, following through and putting in the work, because I can talk to you and give you the tidbits on, the semen retention and, what to expect, the experiences and stuff like that. But it's more so of you as the individual taking the information and applying it and putting in the work. So I commend you boys and salute you boys out there who are putting in the work. I'm just a vessel being used to bring, my experiences and the things that I've learned along the way and just share that information. You dig? So when I bring these women attraction stories, it isn't to big myself up. It isn't to be boastful. It's more so, just to bring content, keep the content going, keep the content fresh. And also there are gems that I do share and will be sharing to look out for, because we deal with certain women who have a certain spirit that we should be looking out for. And if you don't notice it and you can't notice it, then these women attraction audios are for that also. It's not just to be entertained. It's not just to be something that, is funny and stuff like that. I do like to joke around and use these audios to, have a little fun with it. You dig what I'm saying? It's not also so much serious that we have to be all the time on a semen retention journey. And, I speak on that with different audios about having a playful side, not taking things so serious. So, once again, in a previous audio, I addressed somebody who said, semen retention isn't always about the women attraction, or it isn't about the women attraction. And that's obvious. You dig what I'm saying? And when you look at my page or you come to my content, I got over 100 audios. All right, I'm gonna say it again. I got over 100 audios. Not all of them are about women attraction. And I say in certain audios that this isn't about it. Our semen retention doesn't revolve around the woman attraction. The semen retention revolves around us. This is about self-mastery. It's about self-work. It's about self-care. It's about self-love. That's what I harp on. So don't come to this content or comment if you come across this audio and this is your first time. I encourage you to look and cipher through different audios that I have dropped. And you'll see that my content goes beyond the woman attraction. You dig what I'm saying? I get spiritual. I talk about chakras. I talk about, once again, building ourselves up as men. I talk about everything with this semen retention. All right. So once again, this isn't to glorify or be boastful. In my last audio about woman attraction, I had a wise ass or a troll or whatever, somebody coming to be playful. I don't know what his deal was or whatever, but he stopped responding. So, I just let it be. But he came in and he said, I guess it's not something to brag about when you're getting attraction from ugly women or ugly girls or whatever. You dig what I'm saying? So like I said, I don't know if he was trying to be funny or be whatever, but I embrace any type of comment. So, I reached out to him. I said, what's ugly to you? And this is one of the gems I'm about to share with you boys. I said, what's ugly to you? And he said, ugly girls, with a question mark, trying to be funny. So I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like, elaborate, expound on what you're saying, because are you saying ugly girls as far as appearance, or are you talking about ugly girls as far as spirit? Because I've looked at beautiful women in their eyes, because when you're on the semen retention, I look at the souls of people. To look at a pretty face is cool, but it's also deceiving. When you look into a woman's eyes, she could be beautiful as all hell. But when you look into her soul, when you look into her eyes, you can see the spirit on her, and that can make her very unattractive and ugly. So when you're talking to me and you're saying it's not good to boast about ugly women or whatever the case may be, what do you define as ugly? Because when I look at certain women, now you can say, and I'm gonna be truthful, like, yes, you can look at a woman and her appearance and you can say, all right, she's not that attractive, she doesn't have a pretty face, but her personality is what I'm speaking on. Are you talking about the looks or the personality or her spirit, how she moves, how she conducts herself? You dig what I'm saying? That can make a woman more attractive than what she is. Listen, I have dated beautiful women. My ex-wife was or is a beautiful woman, but going through a divorce with her I look at her different. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You can't talk to me a certain way and be like, it's not good to boast about ugly women. And I've dated ugly women too. Like, let's be frank. A lot of us boys here, a lot of us men, whatever, however you want to be addressed, if you and your feelings, a lot of us men here have entertained ugly women. Let's be honest, as far as looks. But when you get to know these women and their personality, you be like, yo, this chick is kind of cool. Like, she not, down to earth, good spirit. And, we have had sex with ugly women. If you out there and you can relate, bruh, like, let's be real about it. So don't come to the channel, basically trying to downplay what's going on with the semen retention journey. If you're getting an attraction from ugly women, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's not just to say that I'm just going to come here and speak on the women attraction that I get from beautiful women. I get it from both kinds of women. I get it from black women, white women, Spanish, Chinese, ugly women, whatever ugly is to you. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and beauty is more than just skin. You dig what I'm saying? So, to that person, if you stop responding because I was going, go in on you and give you this talk. You know what I mean? Because I like to interact. I don't care if you come to troll, because I control too. You dig what I'm saying? I be having time. But he stopped responding, so I just, took that as a watch, and I said to myself, when I come with this audio, I'm going to address it. You dig what I'm saying? So let me jump into the story time real fast. I ain't mean to rant, I ain't mean to go off, but that's one of the things I wanted to put out there, is that regardless if the woman to you is ugly or not, when you get the attraction, understand that you need to look into the person's spirit and soul. Look into their eyes and see their intention, whether they're ugly or not. Don't play people out, because that lets you know that you're not in the right heart space, because you're judging somebody off of their looks. That ugly woman that you call ugly may be able to bring something to the table for you or to you. And not to say that you should use her, but what I'm saying is that person may be present for a reason and can help you along your journey. If you're not out here trying to have sex with women, you're on your semen retention, you're on your this type of time, then having a conversation with a woman just to speak to them, be friendly, be kind, is nothing wrong with that. So you shouldn't be looking at her, oh, she ugly, I'm not going to talk to her. You fucked up for that. You dig what I'm saying? It don't got nothing to do with you trying to cater or trying to get something from these women all the time. She may be attracted to you, or she is attracted to you, and just let it be what it is. But if you feel the need to speak to her or have a conversation, just say hello, then you need to do that. You dig what I'm saying? Don't judge people off of looks, bro. All right? So, this story time, real fast. This has to do with my supervisor's wife. Yeah. I say all that to say this to bring it here to the story time. So at my job, as I explained before, I wear many hats, but I have a nighttime job where I work overnight. And when I first started the job, this supervisor, he was working this overnight shift, but then he got switched over to the day shift. But his wife started working with us, and a little by little, she was, cool, quiet and stuff like that. But I used to catch her staring at me. And in my mind, I knew what it was already. I'm on, semen retention and stuff like that. And if you boys can relate, any type of woman, they just, find you attractive because the way you move, you're different, you set apart. But I'm going to say this, and I'm willing to step out on a limb here with married women especially, right? Married women will be more drawn to you because, one, they might be older, and older women can pick up on that life force energy that's flowing through you. For some reason, older women are able to pick up on that. And I think that comes from them being, more experienced and, dealing with, especially if they're married, they've been dealing with the man and draining his energy. You dig what I'm saying? So after a course of time, if that man has been retained from time to time and, he's been having sex with his wife frequently and been around him and, just drain his energy. When you come around with this life energy, it attracts these married women or these older women more. They're able to pick up on this energy because I don't know, I'm not no scientist. I'm not, what I mean? This is more spiritual when I'm talking, but to me, it makes more sense that when they're dealing with the man and then when their feelings also, in marriage start to become rattled and start to become, they start to get tired of their husband or, if they start going through problems, they start getting that wandering eye. And that's what really started happening. I started picking up on her energy where their marriage was kind of rocky. I could kind of see them kind of being in the space of not being ultimately happy with each other in the marriage. And marriages, go through that tough time of having to work on marriage. And that's what it takes. It takes work when you deal with marriage. I've been there, and I've been on the side where I've been willing to put in work, but your partner isn't. You dig what I'm saying? And maybe vice versa. I can't speak for my ex-wife, but I know it's been times where I felt like I've been pressured into giving 100% and my partner not willing to put in the work. You dig what I'm saying? But that, that's in the past. That is what it is. But what I'm saying is these married women, when they're used to when they're used to their husband's energy and used to pulling on his energy, it kind of gets redundant and they need new energy. And when you come around on semen retention, my boys, they can pick up on it. They pick up on it and they be like, damn, he's coming with something different. They're used to the same man, but now you're coming with this attractiveness. You're coming with the aura. These women pick up on that, married or not, and now it's up to them in their spirit of, whatever they're dealing with, if they can, be faithful to their man or, if they have that wandering eye. So my story time comes from one day, I'm doing what I do at work. We pass by and I'm very respectful to everybody. Like I said, ugly or whatever, and I'm not going to speak on, how this woman looks. I'm not going to do that anymore when I talk about these audios because it don't matter. You dig what I'm saying? The last audio, I kind of gave detail, but I'm going to stop giving details on these women because, somebody could take it and whatever. That shit don't matter. You dig what I'm saying? So with that said, it was probably she was working with us for, about a month or two. And every time I see her, being respectful is the supervisor's wife. So I don't deal with married women. Like once when I, know that you're married, I don't look at you too long. I don't even want to have a conversation with you too long because I know what I hold with inside me and I know where the conversation could go and I pick up on energy real fast. But I used to catch her staring, looking at me a certain type of way, a little bit too long too, like staring too long. And she even got caught by another coworker, staring at me. And the coworker was like, yo, she's like giving you eyes. Like, and I'm like, yeah, I know, like it's been going on for a little minute or whatever. And, I'm always respectful. I say hi to her, how's the day going and stuff like that, but I keep it short. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to flirt or anything like that. That's not my intention. I'm coming with the pure spirit and just being, friendly in the workplace. I don't want to get messy already. And I'm already dealing with somebody in the workplace. So having that friction, dealing with the supervisor's wife is absolutely a no-no. You dig what I'm saying? It was also somebody before in the previous audio who said, don't, you got to be careful with dealing with women in the workplace. It's not good for the career. First of all, I'm not looking at this job as a career. I got my eyes set on bigger things. So this is just a job for me. It's a nighttime job. I'm not looking to advance. They have a supervisor position that's open. I didn't take it because I got other things that I got my eyes set on and, other opportunities that are coming my way. You dig what I'm saying? So that's another thing too. But with that said, I'm not scared or motivated by fear of saying, oh, nah, I'm not going to mess with no women at the workplace because, it could get messy. I'm not thinking like that. That's a negative mindset. And when you're moving with that type of negative mindset, then the opportunities that may be presented in front of you, you won't be able to grasp at those opportunities because you're thinking with that negative mindset that, nah, I'm at the workplace. It could get messy. Listen, I'm on semen retention. So I'm not going to the workplace saying I'm going to try to get my nut off here or whatever the case may be at the workplace. I'm dealing with somebody that's on the same type of time, that's practicing celibacy. So we match each other. They're taking their time. I'm taking my time. So it's no harm, no foul here. We're just cool. We vibing for right now. So understand the characters that you're dealing with and don't judge and just be ready to comment. And I always leave and say, I want you boys to comment, leave your opinion and stuff like that. But sometimes your opinion is invalid because you don't have all the facts of the situation. So you're basing your opinion off of little details that I'm giving you, but I don't give out all my personal business for you to really make a opinion based on what I should be doing. I don't need your dating advice. I'm not saying I need dating advice or anything. I'm just saying leave your opinion based on the content that I bring. Yes. But if you don't have the full details, and what I'm saying is I don't disclose all the details. I just share with you the information that I want to share. But information like don't do certain things, listen, I've already done it. And the person I'm dealing with is on the same type of time. All right. So the opinions that you share, let it be, a little bit catered to the information I give you, not your own makeup of what you want to hear and base it off of that. All right. So let me jump back into the story, man. So yeah, she was giving me, staring. And after a while, I'm just, look. And what my mistake was is that, I'll just, smile back or whatever the case may be. And just so smile. Like I don't show teeth or whatever to people like that. You dig what I'm saying? I just smile back because I'm polite, man. I don't want to, play her out, you know what I mean? And be, make her seem like I'm a dickhead or an asshole or anything like that. And excuse the expressions in the language, but I'm just trying to be nice and be courteous. But, it puts me in an awkward situation because, this woman's married and her husband works with us, you know what I mean? Or part of the same company. You dig what I'm saying? So I kind of started to pick up, what type of time she was on. She wanted me to come talk to her, start a little friction at work. And that's the type of person that you don't want to be involved with because that type of scenario, yeah, you can lose your job. That is actually bad for you to lose your job. You mess around with the supervisor's wife, something happens, the husband finds out, he goes ape shit, you in trouble. It gets messy. You know what I mean? It's just a toxic, messy situation that you could find yourself in. So this is about discernment. But listen, my boys, the opportunity was there. You dig what I'm saying? So there was one day, I came in, I had a fresh, lineup or whatever. I like to take care of myself. I don't go to the barbershop like every 2 weeks or whatever, but, I like to, every month or so or every 3 weeks, just depending especially if I plan to go out or something like that. But if I'm just going to work and working and stuff like that, I go once every month. And then if I need to touch up on myself, I have my own clippers at home. I'll do it myself or whatever. But this time, before I went in this week, I went to the barbershop, my boy. So I was looking, I was looking crisp, I'm big on skincare and having, my being clean, hygiene is very important. And this day I came into work and this woman winked at me. I'm working with passerby and she winked at me. I said, oh shit. Like, and I ended up telling the other female that that I talked to at work. I'm like, yo, don't you know this lady winked at me and shit like that? And she was like, what? She was like, yo, that's crazy. She was like, yo, and it's crazy because she was like, yo, that's something to brag about. But I had to tell her, I'm like, listen, like, it's cool, what I mean, that's happening, but I'm like, I don't like that, makes me feel uncomfortable. And that's the semen retention building you up as a man and having that standard, having your that's just a part of us. You know what I mean? We have this wall up, if you will, that, we stand on what we stand on. You dig what I'm saying? And when things like that happen to us, it can shake us because it's like, damn, you're putting me in an uncomfortable position because you're a married woman. And it can either do two things to you, like turn you off from dealing with women, because it'd be like, damn, like, what if I start dealing with a woman or get married and she starts acting this way? You dig what I'm saying? So that's a bad example that she's setting. And then also it puts you in an awkward position. It's like, damn, like, we at the workplace, you're a married woman, like, you want, what I mean, get into it like that. So, she yeah, man, she winked at me one day, and I just, once again, I smiled, but I walked off, like, I got out of it. And when she did that, after that, I started really keeping my distance. I stopped looking at her. I even for a little minutes, like, stopped saying hi to her. Like, I would avoid contact. You dig what I'm saying? I would avoid eye contact because when she did that, I seen it. I seen the spirit. It's a lustful spirit, not being satisfied by her husband. I picked up on that energy, like, I want you. And I'm just like, chill. You know what I mean? In my mind, I'm like, nah, you know what I mean? Like, I can't. First things first, I'm retaining, and you're not the one that I would, if I did, decide to have sex, you're not the one I would do it, because you with a whole nother person, and that energy transfer, you're dealing with your husband, you're dealing with me, whatever case may be, is bad energy. So, I just started to, play distance, you know what I mean? And like I said, I respect people in their marriage. So I wouldn't step over that line or out of bounds. I don't care if this woman showed up to my house butt naked. Like, woman, you got to go. You're a married woman, go home to your husband or get a divorce, you know what I mean? Or whatever case may be. And maybe you could come over next time if, you know what I mean? If I'm attracted to you like that. You dig what I'm saying? But even with that type of time, man, it's like, it's very dangerous out here. You know what I mean? Not long story short, but with all that said, it's dangerous out here when you're dealing with married women. If they show signs that they are attracted to you, like I said, it's coming from a place where they pick up on new, vibrant energy, and they want that, because not all the time I'm gonna say that they're not being satisfied at home with their husband. It just has a lot to do with relationships, that the relationship problems that they may be going through. So be careful. This even goes with women that are in relationships or been in relationships for a long time, and they're trying to break away from their boyfriend or their partner. They're just tired of what they go through in their relationships. Maybe they've been cheated on, so they're trying to break away from that also. There's a lot of factors that go into this of why women in relationships are willing to risk it. You dig what I'm saying? But married women, my boys, is a no-no. All right, spiritually, if that woman has committed herself to a husband, but things are going left, and she starts to excuse me, if she starts to gravitate to you, leave that alone, my boys. Leave it be. All right, you don't want that type of soul tie. You don't want that transfer of spirit. All right, so with that said, my boys, you already know in the description all the good stuff, the ways to donate to the channel. Super thanks. It's down there too on the channel. You feel in your spirit to donate to the channel, man, please do. Everything that goes into the donation come back to the channel. You dig what I'm saying? So also, consultations is the email that's attached to the PayPal, crowdofboyz@gmail.com. That's another way to get in contact with me. I'm sorry for all the coughing and stuff like that. I've been outside, doing some exercise, running, so all the toxins and stuff like that is conjuring up in my throat and stuff like that as I do this content. So I've been out here, getting some fresh air, getting some workout in. But yeah, with all that said, my boys, as always, with love and peace.